We're live across all social media platforms. We live across all social media platforms. Revolt Media. Across all social media platforms. Being Facebook, TikTok, Snap, Twitter, IG. Everywhere. Revolt Media.
Yes, we live on all social media platforms. This is Revolt Radio. Your friend Kumasi Nyame, the man, the city, the God. Me tenase say ya na munim say me de niema pa na ebremo me che obi bia say waje na or the ATM. And all that matters entimi amaso ene ye bidi me ne okuku dam kese bi pa na ba bidi nkomo. Na answer na no munim say the tenase say dia na quick copy ada Roma intina ye wa ha. Quick copy. And one tina ye wa ha. It is a the transit amunim say quick copy dinner waha. Quick copy there, open large format printing, we got you. Say open rolling banners, open promotional items, open anything printing, invoice, receipts, photos, photos now episode to canvases also share revolt hanoma, your decoration nina quick copy. Quick copy 1900 East Dublin Granville Road. 1900 East Dublin Granville Road, Columbus, Ohio. Former Ashland University building nimu ehwana yewo uhwe chira kwan ohwa bibia bekoyi e de amount dwumedie bia ohwe se yebedi amount bia so no yebedi ho dwumedie no e de amount me pa cho oba na wa share video no e de amaye. We are live on Facebook and we are live on YouTube and also ehon asem no RG Kids Portrait. RG Kids Portrait. RG Kids Portrait there. Say open baby pa extra photo. Family photos. Open maternity shoot. Open newborn shoot. And you be an newborn. Extra newborn no. Omo ho ahom te so akra ni mu no an so akra ni mu yi a ebetimi akofa problem e de aba. Eho ana RG Kids odi ni dwumadi nyina na ho ana oye kukudam e wo honom. Yes, eti RG Kids there o hwehwe na obetimi akọ Instagram abohu RG_kids_portrait okọ abohu RG Kids ne ko hen portfolio ni nyina enwuma awaye ni nyina e wo honom. Obetimi afre RG Kids e wo 614-254-2151 614-254-2151. Na enonso RG Kids. Enono Lona Soul. O patare papa ase edi etwi streeter. Ehwe baby ase Lona Soul enoana samaye be mi di begina me na so ene shorts no de man di ho adanse ese Lona Soul shorts ne de enoana omudi etwi. Almost say a man sha a yini man guyi pa chese special wofi na se oya de sa no gina Lona Soul mu no bibia ekoso kama edemao se wo hwehwe Lona Soul akọ www.lonasoulstreetwear.com www.lonasoulstreetwear.com say so the side hats abeka ho nti we obi a ope e chesha ko ne ko hwehwe wo de e wo ho fefefe Kuba ye nku wanwaso bi a ye de aba edwaso ene oils a chese oyo oba ye be ma na we de no aye bisi basa o hwehwe Kuba be solve problem ni nyina ama enuani nuro a ewa Kuba di mu no we de FDA agiatum enti no o de sra we de no so na bibia akonkan e de ama enti Kuba de oyo oba na ye be ma wa ho ofo be danso a ni nyina no ejina eye o we de enti kọ niema wo Kuba nku ni bi na yemfa entoto bibia emma wo kama me pacho obadwumadie so a na wa share e de amame obetimi ahwe wo YouTube nso na se Facebook azikobo obi mechia ho panifo amaboso nyina mechia obi bia nene mene opanyini kase bi pa na ebedi nkomo we the CEO of Dawn Music Productions or a CEO of Ghana Music Awards USA, an event that has catapulted Ghanaian musicians in the diaspora. Event Ghana musicians so edi free form de kosoro. Enye obi ase yenua don nti Dondi. Don and I mean any barber train and comono into enche ye the yen como trichiano ebe day ebe so to be patch oba. Don't patch out check your mic and my why na enter on kawa. Hello, Don. Hello, Don D. I don't hear him either. Hold on. Yeah, he's on, but it's like he's not even speaking. Dondi, me pa chotemen ka mami hu why na I say we are having some difficulties kakra wa ha. Otemen ka mami hu so otemen ka. Don ye until one ka wa ha but say okay. Give us a minute.
Otemen ka.
I can hear no.
Otemen ka now.
If you can hear Don, then I should be able to hear Don. Don, hello.
Yeah, me tell Otemen ka.
Me na mente one ka wa ha but Bibia boko de Don.
Bibi akule mo, e den eko. Nya be.
Nya me ne hene yes ya ha bibia boko. Me pa hold on. Hold on, mami why.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, me tell me nya.
Okay, hold on. I think I need to switch my. Hello, Temenka.
Yeah, me tell pa.
All right. Okay, yanko minua. So.
Ala me nya Otemen ka.
Me pacho me tonka.
Okay. Any come.
Don't
Any come say.
Na bibia boko de.
Adomo, I don't know.
Bibia boko eso ya ha. Mo hu ye de ni nyina obi a ho ye. Why?
Yeah.
Nyamene hene.
Me bacho, I mean try bibi won. Yen try bibi say won.
Okay.
Yeah, say met me actually this side because me see using laptop no. Yeah, they win.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on one second. Yeah, so obenya me wa.
All right, no problem. Yeah, tifo mama a minute why na don di ya de kakra.
Abi Otemen ka me nya.
Me tonka bra.
All right, yango. Yen this way.
Okay. Don na de na ekọ bibia boko.
Oh, Charlie. Eja. Ade ati bia e be ne dey.
Nyamene hene. Na preparation ekọ say yenim say April 20th yi Mont Laurel. Say about the region preparation ekọ say.
Oh, so far so good. I mean, Enra and as an opina muhu yes ya release yeah artist.
Right.
They may use some for this year nominee announcement. Usually young fat artists figure number 4 our nominee announcement. But this time, like we said, we want Ghana music to be heard. The music can stop playing. So OBBR or Ghana industry or artists, whether ha and Nasi Ghana. Was say about more than I am
Right.
na form talent dem betuja and ya to yes afra enya bema the friend is Amrado, and as you guys can see he'll
Solid.
be in town.
Solid.
Yeah, solid, but he'll be in town for the event. And yeah, well, with Takobi we also have J Baba and Reverend Graceman, one wonderful gospel artist,
Right.
and yes, also Royal Mama. Oh, no, so the also bomb on home the pa American American gospel artist Odimu pa. Currently she's the new artist of the year and also a gospel song of the year winner. Wawini awards in Nairobi.
Right.
Wawini covered artist. No, she's going through the ranks of our award scheme. And we just feel say if we're winning awards back to back, J Baba saw winning awards back to back, yeah, Charlie, which it's just high time we just giving an opportunity to also showcase their talent to the world. Or that's it. And then you see this lineup. But so far so good. Tickets call the way I say call where your target be say by the end of March they are not we have sold out, you know.
Yeah, Jumanesi.
Come on. And apart from that, I think we have other surprise artists on performing on the day of the event. So yeah, I mean, a few other artists and them said they will be in town. You know, right. Yeah. So far, so good. Yeah.
Yemfa non tansa. But before then, yemura muni embra yenhu GMA no. GMA no nyina yedi akira chese ya follow say yemfa de say ne fifi emu ana yewure. Yepese yehu yemu bidi nim. One more woman nimono. A DNA man who decided say obey GMA-USA.
Okay. Like we always say all the time, you know, also be a former gospel artist.
We can't feel we can't air will be at it.
But to be a former gospel artist. Okay, yeah. I used to do gospel back in the days. And not back in the days, some 2-3 years ago, I was doing gospel, you know. And one thing I realized, and I said, now how come say, yeah, well, it's not like there are no award schemes in America at the time, but there were award schemes like the 3G awards. We also had, if anything, Ghana Entertainment Awards, but there was no award that it's for Ghanaians, like music awards, which is for Ghanaians in the diaspora. And as you can tell, we have a lot of talents in America.
Right.
Talent in also. And I'm gonna nominate artists in Ghana. You know, I'm a free. I suffered that. And I went through that process, and then I just kind of felt like, say, oh, okay, you know what? I told a bit and as I told me that I'm mind to a bit what I say. So I took it up with myself. Say, I will honor and recognize American musicians. I'm a bomb home modern ever. So me to one among me friend Bema Capito. There's this lady, Anita Zilamo. I contacted her, said if they had his number, and I contacted him, and actually we spoke. And at the time, me sharing my vision, you know. But he also said something, which is America had on. There are a lot of people who wants to do this award scheme who have approached him about it. But yeah, so it took us like 2 weeks to 3 weeks before he came back to me, because I used to call him back to back, you know. But he saw I was serious about the whole journey. Reason why I chose him was because I'm following the right. The seriousness and the industry. What they say. I mean, there were other people who qualified, but of course, you need to see somebody who understand and who operates like you. What they say. So
right.
I realized, you'll be like on you be our shedder and kika and yes on kikan konku from ba tin ho nsem bone bebre media space no. What I say. So I reached out and he also put the team together. So okay, you know what, we can do this. But before then, now I had discussed this with my right hand man, Madame Fopa, my body, and an apple. So we came together, we formed Don's Music Production. So Don's Music Production is the mother company of Ghana Music Awards USA.
Right.
And then we partnered with strategic ideas, I capital the company. And then together. Initially we partnered with 2G's Awards, 2G's Media. They are based in Virginia. And then High Life Media. I mean, there was we fell off with 2G's after the first year. I mean, it wasn't anything so, serious. I mean, the kind of, it looks like, say, now, the principles now, pretty bad, so they moved on, and High Life also moved on. So strategic ideas and Don's Media Production kept the fire going, and here we are today. So the reason is to honor Ghanaian Ghanaian musicians in the diaspora, and also the Ghanaian musicians in America, in Ghana. The reason why I did Ghana for canon, you see, Ghana for not bomb homoding, but they are not as loud as they are. We feel that we can use this our award scheme to propel the Ghana music, what they are saying. And in due course, I think we are putting stuff in place soon and very soon, like the way we talk about other countries, how they are penetrating into America. And I think that at the time, I mean, it will get to that point where they will also, Ghanaians will also hear, I mean, not Ghanaians, like the aspirant will also hear about Ghana music very soon. It's not like they don't hear Ghana music. They do, but we all know, say, we are not as big as some other nationals, or they are, say, one other national, which we are working hard towards, say, Ghana music will be heard. So Ghana Music Awards USA is one of the tools we are using to propel this agenda, what they are saying. So, yeah, that's what it is.
Honestly, I must say this: you guys have done well. It is not easy for you to host a show in the US here, and you don't just host the main event. You do the nominee, and then you do the event. Both. It's not only even about
that. Actually, we do 3 shows in a year.
Okay.
We do the nominee announcement and certificate presentation. We held off the certificate presentation due to one of some few things. In 2020, 2020 we did that. We did certificate presentation. 2021 we did it big, huge in Ghana. So in a year we ran like 4, and then we also do the meet with the press. You saw what we did in Ghana just recently.
Right.
Meet with the press was more like a whole event on its own. What they are saying. So yeah, we do like 4 events in a year.
This is huge. So with you saying that 4 events in the year, how is the found? Because most people look at it. I remember the first one that I came to the one in Atlantic City, which was the second one. It was huge. We have Samini, we had Uta, we had Jehovah, Prior. Like all these guys came in, to perform. Auditorium now, the show now. Nice 5-star hotel auditorium. So, and then I would me fund this events when in space of 1 year, like 3 events in the space of 1 year. How do you do it? Where do you get the money from?
Okay, so you're starting events in Nakasano. We made a commitment. So Don's Music Production is going to be the sole financiers of Ghana Music Awards USA. Whether or not there's sponsorship or there's no sponsorship, whether or not there's ticket sales or there's no ticket sales, Don's Music Production is going to finance the events. And it comes from the coffers of Don's Music Production, which have stakeholders like Twish, Nana Point, and myself. But I can say on authority, say I've really invested a lot of money into GMA-USA since we started. Twish has done the same thing, Nana Point has done the same thing. And Capito, on the other side, who is also he also sometimes, financially, not sometimes, all the time. I mean, say and
they have finances.
Oh yeah. And then I mean, he needs his time, his company. He's our research team. Like it's like every award scheme or research board, right?
Right.
And he also brings that on board. Apart from that, so there are days where there are certain things he uses his money to do. What they say. So basically, it's like from self-funding, Don's Music Production, strategic ideas. We fund these events, but mostly it comes from Don's Music Production. So
basically internal funding.
Internal funding, yeah. Internal funding, yeah. Mostly, majority, for the past, I will not say, my other colleagues have not invested. I mean, they invested a lot, but majority of the funds comes from me. Yeah.
Wow, this is huge because
and sometimes I'm sorry. Let me put they say, how do we do this? And then, like I said, if there's no sponsorship, that is if there's no sponsorship.
Right.
But when there are sponsorship, it means our sponsors come in, activations, gate fees and other stuff. Also, propel the agenda. Others, it helps with the agenda. Helps with the financing of the event. Yeah.
But let's move to the sponsorship. Is it a big deal to get sponsors to come on board to help programs like yours? Because in 3 times, is it a big deal to be able to get money from these guys to come? Do they even listen to you when you go to them?
I mean, okay. So this question, I'll answer it in 2 folds. Okay. One, it can be a big deal and it cannot be a big deal because, like I said initially, if there's no fund coming from a sponsor, of course, Don's Music Production has to cough money out to fund the event. As I'm talking to you right now, we don't really have a substantive sponsor. We have some few people who have, done pledges, but nobody has really given us any money. So Obian first come back. That is where I would say there's no big deal. Because Obian first come back, then what? It means we have to do it. It becomes a big deal when a sponsor headlines or a sponsor decides, okay, you know what, I'm going to support what you are doing. And so far, so good. I mean, I would say it's been okay. It's been okay with sponsors. And yes, it is a big deal. It is a big deal to some extent. What do I say?
I know, say, most of the time, you go to corporate Ghana to, because I've seen Adonko, I've seen Tap Send and all that. Is there a point where you are looking at corporate America too?
I've tried, but before that, right? Let me clarify something. See, sometimes people think when you go to these institutions, they give you some huge sum of money. Yeah, right. Some of them does, others don't. What do I say? And I wouldn't mention figures here, but sometimes brand affiliations are very important. And this is what I want to teach some of these few award schemes coming up, and those who are already in there who may not know, brand affiliations are very important. What do I say? There have been days where we have taking sponsorships no, a whole Ghana Music Awards USA. I can say me myself could make us okay, then move on to sponsor the event. What I say as the headline sponsor, because I have to pay that money. It becomes a big deal when I cannot use my pocket money to fund the event. That is where it becomes a big deal. But when when it becomes a big deal when I cannot use my money. But then when I'm able to fund the event by my pocket money, then I don't think that's a big deal. Like, back to your question, if you could just ask that question again, I'm trying to make sure I answer you right.
My question is, I know you go to corporate Ghana because I have seen Tap Send, I have seen Adonko, and all these people that headline there. I'm asking if you go to corporate America.
Oh, yeah. I've tried corporate America. I've tried a couple of, this year, for instance, I've gone to a lot of corporate institutions in America for sponsorship. You understand? Some, it takes time. It's not just easy to get sponsorship from these big institutions. Sometimes they have to align with their core objectives. That is when they come to their financing. How much is scanning? If they are sponsoring packages or whatever, the budgets, you need to fall into their core objectives before they will be able to fund you. But if you don't fall within that, and it's very, very difficult. A lot of the people we have contacted are more towards, what we don't do. So you go there, next year. You go there, they tell you, come next year, come there. It's been tough, but again, we've been to some few corporate American institutions. I think With time, who knows? Maybe next year or maybe this year, an organization will come and say, "So you know what? We want to sponsor you for the next 5 years." Yeah,
Yeah, that would be huge, because someone on the
that'll be
other
good.
checking the mood to me you do. Well, I'm asking this
Yeah.
because sometimes, when you become self-financer, it takes a lot from you, and what say bibi enyina wo chidin a na afi won se bedroom rebi no na ya I really
No,
say,
boy, yeah.
yes, because Charlie kind of corner my and ehu,
Charlie. What is
and only asem no and hear me pa no say be ya because there are some people that will take their leaves on I kind of say August. No, you say August there they are, you be baso GMA be baso say be ya or be taking a vacation. It is any part of a problem at the amano. But with that being said, now we've looked at the founder, take me through the process. So also we have three is all I show to say this year we are going to have Ghana Music Awards. Take me through that process, and how does the process come from launching onto the day of the event?
Okay, but hold on. I think I need to position my phone right. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Okay, so first the team will meet and deliberate on the day of the event, the days that we're gonna do. And usually our calendar starts from January and ends in August. All right. We use September to December for preparations. So here, the nominee announcement was announced back in September, right after the event, a month after the event. We announced the nominee announcement back in September. So what we do is that we sit down, we deliberate, say, okay, any funny this event for next year. Then the team, sometimes we do research, visibility studies. We do, so one that was call Facebook. We use our Facebook page to ask general public to recommend or to vote on the state they think we should host the event. Last year, for instance, New Jersey won. And that is why we came to Jersey. And as a matter of fact, I also voted for Jersey because GMA-USA was born in Jersey. And I said the 50th year anniversary there, of course, I think we should just bring it home. And after that, after the deliberations, we go and look for a venue. Usually we make sure we secure venues around October and November for the following year. What do you say? So luckily for us, last year we were able to. Oh yeah, Sumuntem. Like also America. The reason why they say also America, you need to prepare people before they come to your event. What they say, we prepare. These are stuff we are telling people, so they should learn. They can learn from this. What they say, this will help people bring in a lot of patrons. You come to our events, you feel how we feel our events are fully packed sometimes, and these are some of the reasons why. The reason is because we start early, Sumuntem, the year before. So after that, then we call for nominations in January. And it's usually on January 1st to the 31st of January, which we just did recently. After that, we do our press soiree. We used to do our press soiree in December, but now we've moved it to January because January was when GMA-USA was launched. So every year, we want to do our press soirees in January just to announce our plans of the year to the general public and to the media, because the media is the tool we use to drive our message to the people. You understand? Right. So then after the press soiree, then we after the press soiree and call for nominations, then we go to where a friend is saying the nominee announcement, which is coming up in April. Usually it's always in April, and so we are the last event for a friend is saying, I don't know how to call it. We are the last event for the cold season. Usually we are the last event, and we are almost the last event. Snow winter. Sorry, winter. And winter. Winter. And then summer and so on. And we are in summer. You get what I'm trying to say? Okay. So that is the plan. The plan is to the idea was so the reason why we do the idea was conceived somewhere in August of 2016. I started working towards it, and I approached the team in August of 2019. What I see here. So everything was done in August. So it's like the idea was conceived in August. So we used August as our event, and then we don't want to mess with anybody's calendar because over here,
Right.
usually so there are not events will be shared and new rooms and August so events will be shared and new rooms so we actually use this month to organize our events. So after the nominee announcement, then we do the certificate presentation. Yeah, we're Ghana, and we present certificate to the nominated artist in May, and after that there's voting. The voting starts usually in June, 1st of June to the end of June. What they are saying. That is for the public voting and then Facebook voting. That's the public. Then after that, the academy also meets in July. Obaka last year, Mo Academy, you voted online. And what our academy is the most credible academy ever because you see the vote online. You see how you are faring online. You know, this is what the academy is saying. It's not like we are in camera or we are doing Kululu somewhere and you see people voting live. Last year you were there, you were part of the team. And the voting happened online. When you go on our Facebook page, the voting always happen online. But the only voting that does not happen online, and to take away the excitement, that's the board voting. And that one happens a week before the event. Reason is because we don't want anybody to be influenced. We don't want anybody, what I say. So the board does that, and then within that 1 week, we collate everything and we know the winners. So we don't know winners like, how would you say it? We don't know winners.
Let me even get in before you get to board. No, the academy. No, what's the composition? How do you become an academy member? And I said, much you saying academy.
So academy is basically the industry players.
Okay.
You know, we have the media houses, DJs, we have presenters, anybody who works with music in the entertainment industry. So we're here. The academy consists of DJs, media personalities, presenters who are in the forefront of music, both in Ghana and America, because it's Ghana Music Awards USA. You understand? So, usually we have almost 50 plus members. What I say, and I think that we still have a substantive academy, which we are going to add more numbers to very soon. So we look at credible individuals who will play vital roles in the in the entertainment industry, both in Ghana and then America, and then we add them as board members. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That is good. So the academy is very clear, and I happen to be part of the academy last year. I voted, and I like the fact that the voting happens live and everybody is seeing what is going on. And my doubts, echo from Kakra. Now let's look at the board. I know, say you have launched a new board. Take me through that, please.
Okay, so the board usually your live patron or the live patrons, and then the executive team usually are the ones who select the board. So this year we had a meeting and we felt the other board now so it's time to appoint new board. And we had conversations with the old board. If over here, there are still members of the old board who are still on this new board. Obitse Frankie 5 and Kwame Mickey. Kwame Mickey used, and then Nathan Price. They used to be on the old board, and they are still here. We just included 1 or 2 people in America, and then we got a whole new board from Ghana. No, not a whole new board. Actually, Frankie 5 was already a member. Again, we look at people who understand the industry. We look at people who can contribute to our goal. People who understand our goal. We don't just do people just because we are choosing people. What I say, we select people who understand the business. That is why this year it looks like there's a huge applause for us just because of the choices we made. And it's a very strong guy when it comes to being
punditry and entertainment.
Punditry and entertainment, and not even that, being credible. No, we all know say he's one credible guy. What I say, and so far he has put me on my tour and say, Charlie, and that from, and I know this just give me a run for my life, and I think that's the kind of board we need, and that is what we have now. So the board, we have done what we can with the board. Yeah.
And the board consists of how many people?
The board we have 11 people. 11 voting members. The reason we have 11 is because boards cannot be even numbers. So we have 11.
That's a pie.
That's a pie. Yeah.
Now, Oshe board members now. How do you decide? Say, okay, when a board chairman, how does that decision, come? Say, when a qualifies be our own chairman.
Okay, the Constitution of Ghana Music Awards USA, the CEO has the right to appoint the board chair, and also the board also can be the board can also vote for a chair. And I say so. For the past years, we have gone through that process where the chair will vote.
Right.
I mean, the board will vote for their chair. I mean, in the days of the first board chair, they voted. The second one too, there was a vote on them. They voted for him, and by the third one was done by appointment. Okay. Like I said, by constitution, I have the right to appoint a board chair, which this year, in consultation with the members, actually, I don't just get up to appoint. When I bring a name, the team will sit and deliberate as to whether a brand no, and I say brand no. So I appointed, and there was a deliberation. It took us a month to make a decision. Actually, there were two people we were contemplating on. So there was a vote among the executives, and then actually we all voted for one particular board member, and we made that appointment.
Nice. So with the board members, voting percentage ni nyina ye pa na obi akuta the same voting rights, and I be there to sleep.
This question, dear, I'll pass this question. I'll come back to that. But
the reason why I don't, the reason why I'm asking that question, say, academy, about live MOB, we don't want to take the excitement, so we kind of hide the one from the board. Right.
The board.
Board no so no odd number because you don't perceive odd numbers. It doesn't perceive me who say is it a way be a bit me about say board no vote to bit me a pie. Ama this ABSC will be making decision and like that's the reason why I'm asking that.
Let's reply when so the reason why 11. Okay. So if there's 5-5, 10er, then 5-5, then it means a pie. But when then you need one person to veto, right? That is why we have. That's why we have there can never be. There has to be a 6 and a 5. What I said, there has to be a 6 and a 5. When there's an even number, definitely the winner should be either the winner or the lose. Any part of the lose, should have if anything an odd number. What they say. So everyone say the board. Hypothetically, everyone is voting for Kumasi Nyame.
Right.
6 people have voted for Kumasi Nyame. Of course. Kumasi Nyame was 6 members. What I say. So technically, we all have the same equal vote.
Oh, okay.
One vote. That's what you're trying to ask. I thought you were talking about.
No. That's what I needed.
We all, everybody has an equal vote. Just that 6 are 6. Sometime back in the day, maybe those days, before I have a pie, but no, usually I'm pie. 11.
Right,
11
right.
board
members. Nice. I like that. So let's look at nominees announcement. Let's look at the artists that perform. How do you come about say okay? Any pass Messi and the Bemana Egina stage, so I perform a DNA Moshe because there's a lot of artists that will Kurumuha, Ghana, and the Umumu, the diaspora, especially the US. It's weird and I'm to say, okay, Asumesi and the Bemana performing this year. Asumesi never perform. How do you make that selection?
Okay, so 3 things play. Depends on, sometimes the geographical location. What are the geographical location? This year, for instance, nominee announcement, we have Reverend Graceman, who lives in the Delaware Valley. Delaware Valley is the Philadelphia, Delaware, and the New Jersey. Pennsylvania, that corner, that small valley.
Right.
And Tobia, who is well known in that area, and we can tell you, sir, Reverend Graceman, when it comes to gospel, in all those places, plays a very pivotal role. Remember, we are also into business. We are in business, what I say. So if we are putting somebody on stage, it should be somebody who can also bring in numbers. What I said, that is number two. Somebody can bring in numbers. They want to say, okay, once we are into business, we are in a group in the AD, and you say Father Christmas, like we are in business. So they want to say Reverend Christmas can, yeah, can't say the Reverend Christmas. There are two events, so you benya 50 or 30%, 30 of his fans coming to support him during the event. They will buy tickets because the tickets and one in organize the event. What they say. So yeah, I mean, we select somebody who can bring in the numbers. Number one. Number two. The other thing we also look at the popularity of the artist. I mean, at the time or around this time, and all of you bear me witness. And I say, your OT4 bear me witness. Amrado is one of the Asia's artists in Ghana, one of the hottest artists in Ghana right now.
When it comes to Ovai for Song of the Year this year.
Oh yeah, Song of the Year, and then also Artist of the Year. I mean, that's what people are proposing. What they say, I think that he did so well. I think he did so well. So we just thought, okay, well, if this guy did so well, yeah, fun can't well. And of course, Uta Kobe, when it comes to high life in America, he lives in America right now. What they say, and he's one of the for me or nominee announcement. He did very well. So we just thought, okay, he could come back again and throw the crowd. J Baba and Royal J Baba has been an award-winning artist with Ghana Music Awards USA. It is just fair, we also give him the platform to. I mean, his fans has voted for him. His fans has been to our event. It is just right. It will give him the opportunity to also showcase his talent to the world. What they are saying, that's the reason why Raya Mama came into the industry 2 years and she has done so much. She's among the most popular artists, gospel artists right now in America. We all know what they are saying. And that's the reason why she is also there, as a performer. So we look at all these things like your popularity, your consistency with our award, your consistency. What I say, how consistent have you been? You see, at the end of the day, we are an award scheme. And this artist, remember, their fans are also investing in GMA-USA. They vote for them. The tickets they buy to come to our event.
Right.
They are all investing. So it's just right, if somebody is supporting or investing in your everyone say Shatawale goes to VGMA and a Shatawale Echo event be. On the necro for Edith Chico. He brings in the numbers and all those things. So sometimes we look at these things and we give opportunity. Sometimes too, we identify Obiswa. They feel that he has the talent. That's the last part. That's the last part. We identify Obia what talent, but you shouldn't say they can't. So last year we did that with Juicy. We did that with Juicy. She has the talent. More say
about that girl that dances
and performs. We did that with her.
I've seen that one.
We chose one for secular. We chose the other one for gospel. We chose Miss Nana. Miss Nana, because she had just entered and the way you're carrying the one and crop for one. You just realize Charlie, she's good for business, what they are saying. So we look at all these things. And there are other factors the distraction of Ghana Music Awards USA. We are an award board, events, what they are saying. There are a few things to your discretions. And sometimes we have discussions about them. And I think this artists are announcing so far. There has not been any this person doesn't deserve to be there and take her yet. I think so far so good.
And
so
that's really good for the scheme. That's really good for the scheme, because if the people that are coming on stage are people that the people want,
exactly.
As more for you are there to entertain the people, and if this is what the people want, then that is really what is good for the scheme. This year, how many awards are we looking at? How many artists are going to be giving plaques? Awards send here, because I remember somewhere last year you said something as the scheme is going and growing, awards no be cost royalty. How many awards are we looking at this year?
Last year I think we gave out 32. We gave out 32 awards. It's this year it's going to be around 35, but I can't mention the numbers because our board is meeting this Thursday to deliberate on the number of categories that will be added from Ghana. Remember, we don't call for nominations from Ghana. We only call for nominations in America. What they are saying. So America, we know about 22 to 23 categories, and which is always more than the categories in Ghana. So maybe in Ghana they may 12 and whatever. I don't know yet. So the board will meet and then they will decide on the number of whatever decision they take at the board level. Then we as the executive team will look at that, whether it will favor the constitution or whether it will be good for business, and then we will confirm whether we go with it or not. But usually those ones, I am not, or the executive doesn't have any hand in that. We leave it to the board for the board to decide. So I can't say exactly say about 35, 36, or 37, or 40 this year. I can only say that after the board meeting on Thursday, because our board is meeting for the first time on Thursday. Yeah.
Okay. That's good. So let me ask this: there's been some, because you said that Ghana and the US, no. I've talked to a lot of these musicians, and some of the Ghanaian musicians.
Which one? The Ghanaian musicians. Okay.
I mean, the musicians in the US. I've spoken to some musicians in the US on video, on podcast, and some of them have complained. Say, the awards that are given to those artists in Ghana, no, free say a Dawson. And are you guys doing anything about it? Is it gonna stay the same, or is gonna be reducing little by little and then pushed into the ones in the Ghanaian based in the US? Is it gonna be a change like that?
Actually, it has been a huge change.
Okay.
First year, you realize we gave out about 20 awards to Ghanaians, and then it changed. The following year, we did the same thing. We gave them around 20 or 22. But the third year was when we switched. So now, instead of saying Americans, 10 or 11, we said, no, look, we are doing this for the ones here. You understand? Remember the vision I told you. It was because I envisaged us giving the awards to the Ghanaian artists in America, not Omo Morgan. What I say? And so we just say, you know what, it's just right. We would rather honor the ones here because we're not being fair to them. So we changed. And since then, it has been like that, where we are only more artists in America than the ones in Ghana. Because the Ghana, no more awards awarded. You know, they have their VGMA and then their other awards. 3 Music was there, you know. And I think other institutions in other countries also honor more Ghanaians. So we focus more on the artists in America. What I say, our focus is more on the artists in America. It doesn't also mean that we don't honor the ones in Ghana. We do honor the ones in Ghana, but just the categories now usually end also. America, they end also.
I like that. I like that. I really like that. With the award scheme, you know, as it is growing, you know, do you see the scheme itself growing into other venture, and I say it's just gonna stay as it is now?
The scheme, we have grown, actually. We have done a couple of things, other award schemes this year. What I say, when it comes to certificates presentation, we had the first award scheme first Ghanaian award scheme that started presenting certificates to artists, and other institutions started doing that. We have done so many things which other people are learning. And I feel it came with growth. We grew from one point to the other, what I say. And we want to metamorphose into not only awarding, but also being the platform to drive Ghana music to Americans.
Right.
We want to be that institution. You know, the Grammy is one institution that drives a lot of music from other countries. Currently, you know, they've introduced a new category, African, whatever. Category into their system. So we also want to be that platform where, say, we're trying to see if we can we want to partner. Actually, there's a conversation already going on where we have partnered with Babs Entertainment. It's a Black Hole videos, and it's we have partnered with them. There's a collaboration with them. So when we need award this year, you stand a chance of, like American, the winner of the American award stands a chance of having his video being shot by these people. And also, we are trying to see if we can collaborate with everyone is Power FM, Neat FM, any other FM station, both in Ghana and America, where you say, okay, an artist won an award from America who may not be well known. So we want to be that plug for them to say, okay, well, this guy won for us, but a contract between you and I, you are supposed to play his or her music for 1 year and 6 months. So can you just do that? So we want to metamorphose into a venture like that. We want to get to that point where we will be the driving force of Ghana music in America. Yeah.
That is very good. I used to remember when you used to do these things on Don's TV. What's going on with that?
Yeah, so that was where I started from. That was like a pilot. I think I hosted a couple of shows with you back in the days.
I knew you were gonna bring me in this one.
Yeah, I mean, we've had so many people hosting shows, and that was like if anything, we were just using that as a pilot project to see how it was going to work. And I wouldn't say it didn't work. Now I understand how it works. So when I'm approaching these institutions, like when I'm approaching Revolt Radio, or I'm approaching any other media station in America, when I'm approaching these institutions, I know the kind of conversations I'll have them because I know the details of this online radios and other stuff. I know the in and out and other stuff, So when I'm having my conversations, I know the right things to say, the things not to say. So yeah, these are some of the projects I've undertaken. And then apart from that, we want to this one other thing. We have been there's a king in Accra who is doing everything possible to give us a land to establish an institution like a music school in Ghana. Yes, this was a big project. We've not talked about it extensively because, hey, bro, we best me extensively because your friend is saying we have not concluded or signed contracts to that effect, but we are working on stuff like that. And I think Kofi Adomaso said she became a queen mother, so we are trying to partner her to see if we can get a land and raise funds to build a school. Music school for the blind or music school for whichever target population you choose. What do I say?
That is really nice. So let's move a little bit away from the awards itself. Tell me about is there some let's stay with the award for now. Is there some misconceptions about the award? Like who feel say this is what you are doing, but some people do not understand. I'll be clear for people to understand.
Misconception. You see, everybody has an opinion. Obia has an opinion about something. Once and yet unknown, the person would definitely have a different idea as to how it should be done. What they are saying, and sometimes these ideas become misconstrued. What they say, they become misconstrued, and that's where it becomes a misconception. You understand? And I have had people actually say certain things or done certain things which I thought are things which are not true when it comes to GMA-USA. I understand. And so far as none has not been mentioned, I'm not going to mention them. But when it's been mentioned, maybe I will address them accordingly. But I've heard so many misconceptions. I think on Sunday too, some was said, and we were not dragged into the conversation, so I would leave it there. You understand? We were not dragged into the conversation, so I'll leave it there. But when it becomes a general topic, then I can comment on that because GMA-USA was not dragged into that. Me, when you drag me into conversation like that, you know what will happen.
Yeah, because the reason why I'm saying misconceptions, so I've heard an artist saying, but I'm leading the academy vote. I'm leading the I can't say voting, but I didn't win. So, and I think things like this are misconception where people do not understand how the scheme works.
So when it comes to voting, because there are so many misconceptions out there. Thank you. Like specifics. When they give me specifics, then maybe I may be able to clarify them. Or if anybody's watching us and a person wants me to clarify some of these misconceptions, I will gladly do that. And so one of them, this is a major misconceptions. Artists now think that they don't understand. All right, capital why explaining our bread. Maybe explaining it now they will understand it. Okay, so when you win in an academy vote, doesn't mean we have 3 forms of voting. Actually, it was 4. We have Facebook voting, we have public voting, the general public voting. So the Facebook voting was 10%. The general public was, I think, 30. That makes it 40. All right. And then we have the board, which is also 40, and then the academy, which is 20. All right. So if you win 20%, I don't think anybody can even win 20% from the academy because oh no, nipa baako nya. No. I don't think so. Nipa baako.
It's impossible.
Say yafa Nana NYC, yafa Jehovah, yafa Jamin, yafa Etiko Janam listen Yana, yafa Royal Mama. And I'm Miss Nana. Let's say this group of people, they are in one category. Say yafa say Billy nya 0, na Het nya 1, na Nana NYC nya 2, Jehovah nya 3, na Jamin nya 4. It doesn't maybe not Jamin are winning that category, but it doesn't mean Jamin will get the whole 20%. Remember, so 20% and no be a channel a ratio. That is what they don't understand. So everyone is at 20%. So the 20% has been shared about among all the artists in that category during the academy votes. When you go to the board, unless of course you vote Jamin, academy vote Jamin, nobody voted for any other artist. Then you say that the artist will get 20%. The same thing happens to the board. Let's say Uko board, so now Obia voted any other artist. They voted for only Jamin. Then Jamin has won 2 categories. And then the Obega say one winning we a public one winning board 40 and one winning win 20. So that is like 60.
Right.
So one winning on your 0 crowd or if anything public voter, he still wins the category. Right? But in this case where Jamin makes 15% from the academy and it makes another 15% from the board. That's what 30, right? And then he makes 15% from the public vote. That's 45, right? So the 45, if any other person also made 20 from I don't think anybody can make 20. So left there. Then it means that there's 15% from academy, the aka 5%, right? And everyone is Hetty makes the 5. And then Hetty comes to board and Hetty makes 20% at board. What the candidate now 25, right?
25, yeah.
And Hetty makes 26 in public. Hetty is what? 46%, right? So it means Hetty. Even though Hetty didn't win, so even though Hetty didn't win at the academy, he won at other. And we combine all of them together, equalate all, and then we say, okay, fine. In this category, at the board, Hetty had this, Jamie had this, she had this there, and we joined it. Okay, so 15, 45. Jamie had 20, 60. You understand? Then we'll give it to Jamie. So that's the way it works. But some of them don't understand that. Yeah, I explain but still, and usually, we are the only award scheme before. I don't know about other award scheme. I'm talking about GMA-USA. We are the only scheme that calls meetings with artists. We will have a general meeting with all the artists and explain all this to them.
You're talking about all the artists that have been nominated?
Nominated, yeah. Send yourself and nominated, and we can have conversations with you. Yeah, nominated you, we can have conversation because you are not part of the scheme for the year. Understand? So we will call all the artists. We have a roundtable. Just look on Zoom. Hey, this year I'm thinking if we could do in person. That is, if they could come. If we are not able to do that, then we'll just go with the Zoom. What we're doing is it's like a stakeholders meeting. Tell us your concerns and other stuff. We listen to their concerns and all other stuff. After that, then we also tell them, this year this is what we are doing. If you have questions, ask. Most of them will ask, but the same people who ask. There will be the same people who go out there and say something which is far from the truth in the general population because of that. Sometimes it's because and they didn't bother to ask more. What they say, and that is one of the problems we've had with Yabano way now. Yabano voting now. These are some of the challenges we have faced when it comes to that component.
So misconceptions no because
misconceptions.
Anyway, a part of it. Is there anything that is attached to the scheme that you wanna clear out for the public to understand?
Yeah. Again,
I know it's a broader question, but
yeah, and like I said, there are some few stuff that has been said for, and our names have not been. Sometimes these things, I hear them, hearsays. They have not been said to me directly. What I say, that's the funniest part too. Some of these things, they say them in secret. They don't say them to me publicly. What I say, I want people to be bold. Call me, have a conversation with me. These are stuff they say, in the public domain. Like just recently, someone came to sit on your radio. All right. I would love to clear that one. That one I would definitely love to go into that one because it was said on this platform. Okay. Somebody came to sit on your platform. He is somebody I don't really want to give credence to. It'll be why I don't, but I've not responded to because hear me, sir. Hear me cry, sir. But this particular one, I would love to clear that. Okay. Or can be say there was a sponsor he brought on board, and that sponsor got pissed off because we didn't treat the sponsor well. That was a total fabricated lie.
This is from Sunday's show that I had.
The Sunday show that you had.
Okay.
All right. That is a total fabricated lie. Again, I don't want to engage the person in this banter, but I just want to set the record straight. It was a total fabricated lie. The sponsor he's talking about is Happy. He talked about was Happy Man Bitters, who happens to somebody I even chat with today. My name is Happy Man. Before I met his story, and before I watched the video, I had even had a conversation with Dr. Botti. You understand? That's his name. Last 2 years, I was in Ghana. He invited me to his house, and he even still gave us money. He said we shouldn't even bother ourselves adding his logo. He's just giving us money to support us. And if he's watching or he's listening, he will bear this witness. And I can give you his number. You call him. Time now, I usually pay it was during COVID. Remember COVID? I signed a contract with somebody in January. Around January, COVID was not that high. Now COVID numbers was not that high, so we didn't know we were going to
March.
Yeah, it came massive in March. That was when I had planned. The day I was going to leave it's funny, the day I was going to leave America was the day they shut the borders. All right. So when the borders were shut, because we were supposed to have a nominee announcement in Ghana a week after. So they closed the borders in America. The following day, they closed the Ghana borders too. You understand? So I contacted him. We spoke about the whole thing. But again, prior to that, there was some few, I think, I can be a channel. And he also had his own.
Yeah, since you've cleared that, may and cost specifics, so since a conversation between you and the person.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I mean, what I'm just trying to say is this is somebody I still talk to. This is somebody who was in America. The person says the man doesn't want to sponsor us anymore, but the person gave us money. Like the person gave us some amount of money, which we put into our events. Like, was it last year or last 2 years? I met him last 2 years when he came into America. I even had a conversation with him this morning. So there's still a relationship between me and that person. It's not like the person and a call. So that misconception, I want to clear on her. Say no. That didn't happen. Whatever it is, it's a fabricated lie. Yes.
Okay. All right. I understood. So let me ask. Let's look at the industry as a whole. The industry in the US.
It's a big way. Okay. I knew you were going to go there. All right. So let's talk about this.
Yeah. How does GMA-USA relate with other events? To say, your event, to say, just last year we did Valentine. Rock Vine Valentine. We have events we say we are party in the park. We have Independence Bash. We have so many events in the USA. High Life Kente, Dinner Dance. How does GMA-USA connect or collaborate with all these events organizers in the US?
Frankly enough, GMA-USA, the boss has been to all these events. I've been to all these events. So what it technically just means, I have a good relation with all these. I mean, we've had our differences. I've been to 3G Awards before, CNN. CNS awards. I've been to his award. He has also been at my award. He was at my luncheon. He was at the nominee announcement in if anything, New York. He has been to our events. We've had our difficult. I mean, our challenges and our misunderstandings. We've resolved them. I've been to Adinkra, the one they just held recently, Adinkra Heroes Night. I was there. I mean, I've been to Sam. I actually manage CEO like me. I manage Sam, Big Sam, the Stone Boy show. I was the manager. I managed his show again. That was to just show him love. That is to show him say we support what he's doing. So I did that, and I was also I've been to all these coaches. Coaches are very, I would not say he's a good friend, but he's a good associate. What do I say? It will be we share ideas. It will be I don't have any. I've been to this event. He was also at my event last year at the Party in the Park. The only thing, one main event in Penamujano. And look at my catch and it's Mujano. So and it's just like he didn't just make the time, but and yes, Mujano said me boyfriend and I'm busy, but we are still good. I mean, I will attend his events when he invites me. I mean, when he invites me to your event, I'll show up. Sometimes some of the events, when they don't invite me, I'll show up. What do I say? I mean, Sam also helped with GMA-USA 2022. Other events like High Life, Can Take Dinner Dance. One of their persons was on our stage. Friend saying, AJ, she was an MC, the host at our event last year. I mean, OG and the other people have been to my events. You understand? I've been to Hashim's event in 2019. So, I mean, to me, I think I have GMA as a brand does not really have any issue with any awards or any other event in America, right? But yes, there are issues and there are concerns that has been raised in the industry. That has not been tackled or that has not been solved. Conversation has been had behind closed doors about GMA. I mean, concerning their relationships and how we relate to them. It has not been brought to my attention directly. These things, in some way, I've not heard any of these conversations. I would rather prefer, say, when you have a misunderstanding with me, and I say you have something you don't understand, and maybe how I feel like it's the right way is to connect with me to talk about this. I mean, I've resolved issues with people. We are human beings. I'm not perfect. You understand? I am not perfect. I will offend, and I also be offended. So when I offend people, I expect people to call my attention. You only become hypocritical or become myopic. Excuse my French. You become myopic when the issue comes and you don't confront the issues with me, but you talk behind me. That is where I have issues. Understand? So I think these are the stuff that happened. But I'm almost keeping seeing.
Okay.
I mean, I've not heard say, "Oh, Don, we have a problem with you."
So, the next relationship with other event organizers. Really
other
good.
events, yeah. I mean, I have concerns with some few people, but again, we resolve them and we move on. What do I say?
Concerns there any problem. Like we were all looking at. So last Sunday we sat here and we were talking about how we can collaborate with each other to make sure say the industry, becomes stronger because Obiane they are also collaboration. Yes. And collaboration, is the best way because I believe say Joe Baba TV any premiere now ko support na also Joe Baba ebeba. But I think
I showed up at his event in Virginia. I didn't tell him I was coming. Like I said, some of the event they don't even invite me. I just show up.
And he actually said, Joba actually, let me use Joba as an example because Joba actually on Sunday said, there was one show you came, I think it's only to move managing the cameras, man on there.
Yeah. We just give realize.
Yes, that collaboration is what we're talking about. But it came up, said it looks like there is no structures in the industry. Because we all say, oh, in the industry that we are talking about, say issue be crowd. Who do you talk to?
Yeah, that's it. How would there be a solution to a problem when there's no dialogue? You understand? There are rather small talks, petty talks, but there are no dialogues. Me, when I have an issue, Kumasi, you should expect me to come to you and deliberate or talk to you about them. Unless, of course, it should be a full, they are trivia and I don't want to deal with. Those I'll let go. Now let's come to how the industry can be very effective in collaborations. Collaboration is a word though. A casa, but the reality of it is what we as event organizers or as bodies should look at and take on. You see, last time when they were talking, I came on and said something. He says, no, and kasa ni bebre na no. Me say kasa bebre. Some of them didn't understand what I meant by kasa. And kasa na motu na mokano. Plenty talking does not solve problems. Like ye bobo asem ho, like asem bako, ye can't asem bebre. And I say ye pointing fingers when you're pointing fingers at people, does not resolve the issue. You understand? The issue is there's a problem. How do we solve the problem? Result-oriented issue, and then I say, now you solve the problem. Now, watch this. One of my major, as a person, right? I just believe in this industry, the American industry. And they say, look, I'm not a pioneer of the American entertainment industry. I came to meet certain people. What they are there, and there has not been any time I have disrespected any of them. What they are saying. When they are pioneers or when they are people who have set the pace or the stage, you do not disrespect them and expect them to listen to you when you want. If anything, you have disrespected them. Kumasi, if you hear me disrespecting you somewhere and you know I have your contact and I can come to you and talk to you, but I end up disrespecting you openly, are you going to allow me space to even come close to you?
Nah.
No, because before said no, this guy, you have something towards me. You understand? After your meeting, I've had calls and messages from key stakeholders in the industry who were not happy with certain. What some of them said that some of the things they said may be true. Trust me. I mean, I've had my fair share of the backlash in the industry. Me for once, I've had my fair share. You understand? But I mean, my goal is the industry we have should be one industry that will project or propel the Ghana agenda. We should be in the driving force to drive this Ghana agenda to the other people we want to get to. You understand? So that has been my goal. Now, if I have an issue with Kumasi Nyame, or I have an issue with who do I want to say? Zaga. Let's take these people, the DJ Zaga. I have an issue with them. I should be able to pick a phone up just for the sake of peace and unity, right? And one agenda. I should be able to pick a phone and call my brother and say, hey, Zaga, Kumasi Charlie, this thing, I've heard this thing. I don't know what you have said. I don't know what your take. I don't know why you reacted this way. But I want us to talk about this and let's resolve the issue. You understand? I've been in a situation whereby two matured adults, prior to an event, I had to go down on my knee to beg them to calm down so that they can all be one to achieve the purpose or the goal of the reason why they were there. That is me. I'm somebody who always wants peace to prevail. What I say. There has been instances where people have Nkrofobia will not understand. Not instances like whatever you want to achieve in life. Sometimes the people want to achieve the same thing. All right, come on, say.
Right.
Whatever you want to do, right? So there are people who also have the idea to do it. Now, your way of doing it may be different from the way I do mine.
Right.
May be different from the way you will do yours. You may do yours because even now you don't have the funds or you don't have the technical know-how and you don't have the funds to go employ somebody to give you to support you to do it. All right? Doesn't mean say me I don't have the technical know-how or vice versa, right? Or vice versa. It could also mean that you know a lot that I don't know. Okay. Now, where does the word collaboration comes in? Collaboration comes in. There has been one strong collaboration between me and Capito, and that's what is driving us. We are still together for the past 5 years. I mean, the five scheme years, we have still been together. We've had our individual differences. We have had heated arguments here and there, like, but the end goal is that there's the bottom line is that there's a goal we have to achieve. Let's put our individual differences and achieve that goal. And that is what we are lacking in the industry, right? Where people have grievances, but they don't know how to channel their grievances. People don't know how to channel their grievances. They don't know how to express their grievances. Some people, like I said earlier, Kumasi, you have a way of doing your things, right? My way of doing my things may be something that will disrespect you, but it may not mean I'm disrespecting you by acting the way I'm doing. To you, it is a disrespect, but who knows? Where I grew up from, right? Right. Be fear, you know. That is how we are. Yeah, that's how we do things. I mean, our psychosocial backgrounds are different. Everybody comes from a different psychosocial background. Where I come from, Kumasi, I don't know where you're from. You're an Ashanti. I may be an Ewe or a Kwawu or whatever, right? Your upbringing is different from me. I went to a different school. You also went to a different school. Even if you all went to the same school, you may have done business. I may have done general art. My level of understanding and how I understand or perceive things are different from the way you also perceive things.
Right.
If you always misconstrue or misrepresent the things I say to others or represent what I am saying without finding out from me what I say means, then there's a problem. There cannot be any collaboration when all the time there's backlash. There's always like this person what tell me what come me until I want to say will be yes you. Like there cannot be any collaboration. There can only be collaboration when there's peace. What they say? Right. Ghanaians, we love peace, but the unity na ensure ni Musa. There's only a unity. Ghanaians become united when there's a national agenda, and that is what I'll tell the industry here. Let's look at that bedrock. Ghana no your culture, that component of our culture, where once Ghana forgot Bobola, no matter how bad blacks and Abokra, still I will support them, right?
Of course.
Yes, we should.
That's our own.
We should still do the same thing. We should still do the same thing. No matter the grievance, no matter the backlash, no matter our industry now reach out to the person. It doesn't make you less of a person. It doesn't make you superior than the person. It doesn't make you that. No. And man won't feel say, oh, this person is way nah. Like, it's not like that. Okay. And then there's one other thing. Apart from the misconception, and then we have friend is saying there's also the sabotage component that is killing our industry in America, right? The Ghanaian industry in America. There's also that component. I've said this several times. You had people who sat on your radio that Sunday who have gone behind me to say this, and even some of them even said this on your radio, right? Spewed lies and garbage about an award scheme, lies, like they've said things which are false. So maybe they say, even if Meti baby and I'm like, okay, you don't approach me to talk to me about this thing, but you tell the whole world, say, are you expecting me to want to have you close to me? No, I'm not going to have you close to me. Maybe you don't even need me. Then the agenda is that person said, yeah, maybe you know. If you are not able to call me,
could it be seen in a different way?
Okay, let me finish my point.
Okay.
So let me say, okay, you know what? Just say what you want to say and let me respond to that, please.
Sometimes
I'm sorry.
Out of love, out of passion, out of the free will and goodwill, say, we get emotional about certain things. You may interpret or I may interpret something, say, as sabotage. But in reality, not the mentality behind that, and your malice.
Oh. I mean, listen. To come and sit on a national radio and say that, oh, Asimesi did this and that, right? The intent is what you say, the intent of what you are saying is what makes it malicious. You know that what you are saying is a lie. right? You know what you're saying is a lie, and you are still saying it. There's no clear intention. There's no emotions to that. The only emotions there is to be malicious and mischievous, right? The intent is to be malicious and mischievous, to go behind award schemes, to go to talk to sponsors, to go say stuff to key stakeholders. So, oh, this person is like this person is like that, and you have not confronted. That's what I'm saying. That's what I said earlier. If you have love for the industry, approach the people causing the problem. Let's have a round table and solve the problem. Kumasi, I should not go behind you to go talk behind you, go do little talks behind you. You understand? I will only talk behind Kumasi when Kumasi has gone to do something against me and I've been approached and asked questions about the thing. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But just say, oh yeah, that is what I will do. I will not mean sorry and go say I'm gonna make Kumasi was in bonnet. Then I mean, you understand? But so your intentions behind what you are saying is what matters. If actually, or the fact behind, is actually apart from the intentions, the fact behind what you are saying also play a pivotal role, right? Everyone say the intent, the fact of the issue is that okay, me know BIBB, and I mean yell, and I say I've not stolen anything from you, and Kumasi I go and say somewhere and say so, and now Kumasi won't soon you be film in China. Now my cotton be so Kumasi or a crumful or be me say. When I know very well, so you are me How does that sound?
That is malicious.
How does that build an story? That is malicious. I'm saying. Yes. How do we build an industry?
Let's look at this. We all know, to say the okay, we all know, we know the problems. We've talked about the problems. Now let's look at the pragmatic solutions that you were talking about. How do we go about it? Because I felt a conversation from my brother Pa Freddy. He said something like, he has a problem. Something has been done to him in the industry where he has talked to key people in the industry. He mentioned names, so I can also mention names. He said he talked to Mr. CNN. He talked to Udon. He talked to Papa Lenk. Still, when you be free, all these people are also supporting the people. This is what I am saying. All these people are also supporting the people that did him bad. So where is the industry?
It includes me as a supporting factor, right?
Yeah,
so
I'm saying that I'm only asking you this because you are a pivotal person in the industry. Something
so I'm going to answer it very simple.
Yes,
I'm going to answer this thing very simple.
And he has complained to you guys, and you didn't do anything. This is actually a conversation that he said. Nothing came out of that. And then these same people are supporting the people that have done him this bad. Me name information from the other people's side, but I know from his side based on what he said, right?
Okay, so I'm going to speak from my side.
To do.
So I'm going to speak from my side.
Okay.
All right. And this conversation was a conversation I really didn't want to go to, but so let's just close it once and for all, right? Okay, so he said that he approached me. Is he saying I did not offer solution-based suggestions to him? Is that what he said?
No, I don't think that's what he said. I think he said.
Okay.
What he was saying, nothing came out of it. The people that he believed robbed him of something, were supported by the industry. And most of the people in the industry know, this guy has been robbed and nothing was done about it. So what do you expect him to do?
All right. So, again, I will choose the things he said in one by one, and I'm going to choose my part. And if he said that about me, he said nothing was done, I didn't do anything about it. Then
no, he actually said you spoke with him. He said you spoke with him, but on the industry level, no.
On the industry level,
yes.
Okay. And in the industry level, who are the industry players? We are the guys he came to, right? We are the people who were supposed to. I can't speak for CNN. I can't speak for Papa Links. I'll speak for myself. All right. What I could do to support a brother was what I did.
Okay.
What I could do as an industry person was what I did for the brother. Unless, of course, he sits on your radio and says, "Oh, Don didn't do anything about it." There was, I don't think Buffett will say that about me because
he never said that.
Yeah, exactly. So that's got nothing to do with me because I did what I have to do, but still doesn't mean. Listen to me, this is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Still does not mean, say, when I'm being invited to an industry program, I shouldn't go.
Okay.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
Yes, there's a problem. The problem was, trust me, I also had my issues with the one of the organizers of that program. I also had my issues. Guess what? I resolved the issues with him. You understand? We've all had issues, and that's why I keep saying all the time. Look, when there is an issue, there should always be a solution to the issue. It shouldn't drag for long. All right.
Right.
For Onono, I sympathize with him. I will sympathize with him because he felt being robbed of something that belongs to him. We have heard a side of the story. All right. I heard the side of the story. I've not heard the side of the other people. Okay. Like I said, I also had my issues with the other set.
But Don, what stop you from not hearing the other side? And I am
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
No, I am personally asking you this because of who you are in the industry. So
exactly, that is what I said.
Have told you that what is stopping you from reaching out to the other side to find out what is actually going on?
That is why I said at the time I also had my issues with the other side.
Okay.
You see, this is not black and white. This is not cut and paste. Sometimes they are see unim obi asema of him. You understand? I had my issues. The issues I had was personal issues. They were not like they were personal issues with a particular person in that brand, and he is the go-to person in that brand. All right. So I couldn't talk to that person at that time about the situation, right? But the suggestions and the recommendations I needed to make for a brother, I did. Ophelia said, you have been robbed of something. I just take the rightful measures and just resolve your problem, right? If you're online, I told you, say, oh, say at the end of the day, and you have the documents, patent the thing. You understand? That is one solution to a problem. Patent it first, and then take it from there. But if the people already, see, again, event and any public deal.
Right.
You understand? Events in the country. Me, Obi bet sorry and I can say Ghana Music Awards. Tio, Obi sorry so be Ghana Niger Music Awards. And you know, me go stop woman. I can't stop them. Obi bet sorry etina so Ghana Music Awards US. On for inimba. Ghana Music Awards United States. On for inimba. So far as there's no E, we are good. I can't stop the person from doing that. I can make sure I do my things right. I can make sure my brand should be solid enough to counter that person. Because the person, sorry, you need McDonald's or America, you need Dunkin' Donuts. And any Burger King in America. They all run almost like the same food chain company, right? They are still in competition. We can't tell. McDonald's cannot go and tell where's a guy. Even if I still had TMU, even if I still had a good relationship with the other side at the time, I can only reach out to the person trying to resolve the issue with the person. If the person decides that's what the person want to do, that's what the person will do.
That is facts. Don't let me come in. That is facts. I believe, say, there is a reason why this guy came to you and the few other gentlemen I'll call him, right? I believe there's a reason why one could be fufrubia honamona obamo. What I say, maybe baby I'm free air, but based on what he said, you know. And they said, okay, you are saying at that time, no, there was an issue that wouldn't have allowed you to do this, no. But also when we are working together as brands, as promoters, as event organizers, as industry people to help and catapult other events to the higher heights. We are not really looking at the legality of it. We are looking at the moral side of it. So, Fanny said, "Don't only unia capito who say CA moye jume. Udi idea ba. Then capito decide say, okay, idea no. I stand to be corrected or because say mean the specifics from the other side no. Then capito decide say, okay, then that same idea, Capito takes it. You can talk about the legality of all that, right? But what about the moral side of it? That is what I think made the guy came to somebody like you because you hold weight in the industry. It's ABA.
Me coming to me, whatever he needed, I provided.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Whatever he needed, the moral support, the legal support, and whatever he needed, I provided as a person at the time. And that whatever I provided was not to maliciously fight the other brand.
Right.
But as an industry person, the right thing that you need to do. I told him to do it.
Right.
I'm sure I said my name said no the money any seeing and the money other people because there were things that we and I really don't want to. Because I don't have a problem with the brother. He's still part of my team. He's still part of my Jersey team. Like he's still part of my New Jersey team. Like
but the brother is hurt, bro. The brother is really hurt about what has been done to him.
You see, that's the thing. I cannot solve all problems. We cannot solve all problems. There's a disease called HIV. There's a disease called cancer. It is not curable. We can work around it. What I said, there are problems in this world we cannot all solve. Understand? Okay. I have not heard from the other side. I don't want to speak for the other side. Or whatever it is. And I've not I wasn't there when he spoke to them.
Right.
I know he said he has spoken to some of them, but I've not heard from them. So okay, the people who have to speak for themselves. But what I have to do as an industry person, I did for him. Unless Obetina Hanoka say, oh, Don didn't do anything about it, then I have a cause to defend myself or say the things that I did, which I know very well. He knows the things I did. Right. Again, now listen to me. Let's go to that same point. All right. The brother have every right to be hurt. The brother have every right to be hurt. If whatever he said is true, then of course, he has the right to be heard. Understand? Because if truly say they did that, and by what he's saying, if truly it happened in the industry, then that's not fair to him. But again, we have not heard from the other side of the coin. So let's listen to the other side. You may want to have the other person online and ask the person so that you can clear all these things. And that's what I think. And this is not to you. This is not to say you're not doing the right job. All I'm just going to say is that having been invested in this industry, one thing, and I'm sure one of this interview is personality profiling. But other issues came up, and that's why we are talking about them, right?
No, I can never have you without talking about the industry.
Industry, of course. So I will also suggest, reach out to the other side. Let's find out from the other side if they want to talk. Let's find out from them what actually happened. You understand? What is actually the issue? And then, if not online, you see, these are the things I wouldn't want. These are the things I keep saying. And let's have a round table meeting. Let's sit down and let's talk about this issue. Let's have a constructive conversation about this. Only person say. If they have to compensate him. If there's a way you have to resolve the issue. This is what I think should be done. To me, I think this should be done. Understand? Even when I had the issue with the other side, right? Or when I had the issue with the personal issues with that was not an industry issue. So when I had that personal issue with this person, I still will not say yes.
Right.
There are certain things that need to be done morally, and there are certain things that need to be done legally. You understand? The things that need to be done morally, there have to be conversations around them. So me, Dennis Boafo, I've heard, or Dundee, I've heard his side of the story. I'm not privy to the other side. So, as an industry person, I can only say, brother, on kana kuma tuniyem, seek for redress. If he wants the industry to sit down and have this conversation, we can do that. And when a brother is hurt, sometimes when people are hurt, they express themselves differently.
Of course.
I can't fault him for the way he expressed himself. And this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Wabeka tina radio so akanasem ayane. He is expected to be respected, right? That's the way he feels. He should also understand that other people will also feel the same way.
Okay.
Not only him, other people should also understand. Say, sometimes when the microphone is also open or when the cameras are on us, people express themselves differently, and people should be respected for that. If they want to be respected like that, others should also be respected in the other aspect of their lives. Then we can build an industry. But don't expect Joe Wabekano, nobody can come after you. And Joe Wabekano, nobody can chastise you. And Joe Wabekano is final. It shouldn't be like that.
Okay. So how do we set up systems in the industry? Because based on
now, let me tell you this. Thank you. Let me just answer. I know where you're coming from, right? So I opened a group called Ghana Entertainment Awards USA, right? You know what? I think you belong to that group. That group is the purpose and the goal of the group have been stated time and again on that platform so many times. There are people who don't go in there to read anything from there. This is the purpose of the group, to bring all of us together. That is one, the industry, because I know a lot of the industry people. I can confidently say, I know a lot of industry people more than some people in the industry. All right. So I opened that group. If you have about 141 people in that group, that's a lot of people, industry players. Still, I know that there are still other industry players who are not there. I opened that group because I wanted all of us to come together. Oh, some are posting a program. High Life Radio are posting a program. I didn't post it. A friend is a Revolt Media program. Obiabe programmer. Hey, I can tell you, certain people came to the Rose Wine, that event, the Moya, because of the group.
Yeah.
The rock van. Yes, because of that group. Some people came there because of that. People are connecting because of that group. That is the purpose of the group. The group is to connect all of us in the American entertainment space. What did I say? That's the goal. The goal is to connect us. Two, the other reason was just because program B, I should be able to put it there. Oh, actually, there's a program. So if I'm bored or if I don't have anywhere going, I want to have plans. Oh, there's Ghana Music Awards USA coming in April. Then I'll put it over Canada because I saw it in the group. Oh, I need a DJ to play my songs for me. DJ B, me ya DJ B, I'm an album in mama me. Kumasi Nyame is a good DJ. Komne Siama is a good DJ. Let me contact Komne Siama or whoever, or type in the group. Is there a DJ in this group who lives around this area? Yes. If there's a DJ around there, or if there's a recommendation, you can make that recommendation. That's the reason why I opened the group. But people are misconstruing to say the group is not really structured. It's just a mere group. It's a mere group.
But now, at this point, I understand the group issue. At this point,
I'm going to the next level.
The question that I was asking, and I say, is there a way that we can structure things? Say, BBC, I know, say, Hana, Semeko. We have
that is the point I'm going to.
Okay.
That's the point I'm going to.
Go ahead.
So, I contacted event organizers and promoters and said, look, hey, I want us to start a guild. That guild, the purpose is to streamline and I say, Yankasa, Nehe Inyama, you bit me a year. Ebe bought industry no buy, and I say, I'm industry not to. All right. I started a group. There were small talks behind the scenes. I made contacts to the people making the small talks so that we resolve the issue. There were steady key industry people I sent people to. They told us no, they are good. They don't want to belong to that group. Not just a mere group, like a guild where we will have meetings, talk about the industry.
More like an association.
More like an association. The agenda faced, I don't know if it was because Dondine started you, and I don't know why, but the agenda suffered a huge setback, and I pulled myself out. Okay, now what can we do? Again, the talks are many. Let's take both steps towards resolving the issues. Let's take both steps. Like, if somebody gets up and says, oh, Charlie, I think that this industry, we can do this. Let's all have it. Like Mama said in the group, one of the groups the last time, said, oh, Charlie, can we have meetings periodically to discuss issues about the industry? You understand? I can tell you today, you can get certain people who will attend the meeting. The ones who will not attend the meeting will be the one who will be fueling the collapse of the agenda. All right. So if we will all with one accord and one mind agree, sir, the industry needs to be structured, then first, that's the first thing. Agreement that the industry needs to be structured, then that's fine. But so far as we are not agreeing or like seeing each other as the friend is saying people see, we are seeing each other as competition. That's the problem. Some people see each other as competition. Most of the people in the industry see each other as competition. If you avoid seeing each other as competitors, but business people who wants to make sure the business succeeds or the general goal of the business, then I think that is what will help the industry. That is what will structure the industry. There's a goal. There has been plans. There has been plans, written plans. So if you see my people, I have a document where I've structured how this thing can work. I've discussed with Big Sam. I've had a discussion with Big Sam. I've discussed it with certain people. I know you didn't want me to mention their name on your radio. There has been key people who I've had discussions with. And some of them believed in the idea. They joined the group. I think the group is still in existence, but I'm no longer in that group because of one or two reasons. You understand? There are people who agree to that, but there are certain people who fought the idea. And the idea didn't see the light of day. How is that going to work? Yeah.
Sister Bako, Key Mama, I think from last week has been requesting, say we need to see all the industry players and event organizers, to be able to, maybe that could be a starting point. Get all the
that is what I was saying. Yeah.
Get all these guys together. Maybe free say anything that is new, Biano, and
Charlie, I have 3 events to organize in a year.
Right.
What do you think? I'm a whole CEO of an award scheme.
Right. No, I'm not saying you particular.
No. I'm trying to explain. I'm trying to explain something, not a position.
Okay.
What it means is that there's a lot on my shoulders to carry. So sometimes in coming to me,
right.
That is what I'm trying to do. If I say, bro, you come to our event and you see how our production and other things works. The kind of meetings we have on daily basis for our productions or for our projects to work the way it works, so sometimes we will not get chance. Some people can also lead it. They shouldn't expect only one person to push the agenda.
And that's what I'm saying, though.
I brought all of us together. So I'm expecting other people to also take up the lead to also, continue this. I can support. I can do it. But sometimes if you want to do so to the extent, say, you forget. You can't. And there are so many things I cannot do now as compared to some few years back. But I can only bring us together. I can keep adding industry players to the group. Others can also take it up. She has made a request for me. I'm actually working on that. I'm designing a document where I'll just send you where you just enter your information partner or the information to a partner. Or the goal is to may set it up. Actually, somebody started building that thing for me, a website for American Entertainment Guild, where you can go in there and sign up. Sign up, then we have all your information. But because it suffered that backlash, so I just stopped. What did I say? But we can go back to that conversation again. But I say, so it's cool. Wow.
I personally think, this is what I think. I think it's to say, Key Mama is asking, now we put it in the base. Wow, we event organizer, we promoter, we industry person, we will need your name, your show name, what you do. You bring it up. Now the conversation starts from there. I don't know how she's looking at establishing this thing or what exactly she want to do, but I believe she has a plan, and I believe every great plan starts with a little step. So let's take it from there and see how it grows into it. Because I'm looking at it, if put some and maybe into places, I mean some bylaws, laws be into places, it's gonna be tough for some collaboration that we are looking for, no. Because when it becomes an association, you exactly say this month this around this date around it, so we can all be aware of events happening at a specific time and be able to support. I don't think it is right say e be drew down so a GMA ni nyina be kwa support no na ebeba say party in the park yeah ante but odo ba be support to here, and that's where sa enwinwi no the free bar. And when people start thinking say media ye mi they always speak, and when they speak it's not right.
You're right. That is a way. I agreed. I smiled. Okay. Or can't ask him now. I smiled. I showed the smile emoji because I knew what she was trying to say. I sided with what she was trying to say. I know. I understand exactly what she was trying to do, and maybe I may not be in her mind to know exactly the reason for writing that, but I know it was for a good cause. That cause I already charted. That's what I'm trying to say. I charted that course some time back. We received the backlash. You understand? So going forward, I mean, maybe I'm starting and I started that conversation and it didn't end well. So somebody else can also start a conversation. I mean, about the emails and other stuff there, I'm working on those things to get those things. But Kumasi, you are also an industry player now, and you are well vested in technology and other stuff. So I think you can also take up some of these things and also help the industry. So that, we can all grow.
True. I mean, no lies there. But I say it true maybe at home. There is this thing that cultural, you say any day, I say any day, man, day, no, I'm serious. Don't it? I personally believe you want crowdfunding. Okay, to say don't beat me afraid. You have to say. Capito. Charlie, anyway, it has to be done. And I think you should lead this task. We are all going to support you to do it. So when that is pushed out there, Capito onim say all the gurus know there. So even if I'm saying because of cultural because the way I also sometimes is a whole same baby, but say penny 4,000 ma okoye sade na the bia no na mana do. And I think when we come from that aspect now, and I say that angle now, we can really do something with this. That is just
so my put it to you. You have my strength and backing. Start the agenda. I will support. And the entire GMA-USA team, I speak for us. We will support you to push this agenda.
We have put it to you. I know you got a lawyer. Anyway, so Key Mama have you know who say she wanna lead a tax like that. So you heard the Key Mama Edebeba. So and whatever Key Mama Edebeba, we all come together and then we support it. Because at the end of the day, the only reason why we are having this conversation is because we want it to be right. Keke GMA wants to be because you could have done something with your time, but you say and until I mano tumuno.
Yeah. I mean, again, Kumasi, you know me, say when it comes to this industry, and everybody in the industry knows this, unless of course they want to be hypocritical, that I am one person who supports every event. I'm one person I can say I've gone to most events in America more than any other event organizer. Do you know why? Because I want to make sure the event, the agenda catches fire and we succeed. So we should start by doing that. Hey, everybody, Charlie, let's start by doing this. I mean, I start the agenda. No, obviously, like I said, I've already started doing something for that. But everybody can also take it up and do something for the industry. What I said, there's a call. It shouldn't be only one person leading the agenda. Kimama is a strong industry player.
Right.
Yeah, can't. I'm not more penny for no like. Yeah, more say in Quran. Oh yeah, Kimama more penny for in the industry like this American industry. You can't. The gurus in there or no seeing the ni ashim. You know, they started this a long time ago before some of us. Even though some of us also started in Ghana doing, stuff in Ghana, but in America, they are the gurus here. And some of I will see it na in Yomachi. What I say.
Dondi, let me ask you this. Let's move from the industry because I think everything to be said about the industry has been said. Don't productions. You hear any more near my baby bada.
Don't do the production.
Don't TV.
Don't TV. Asembo. Don't TV. We wanted to start Don't TV again this year, but challenge money soon. It's 50 year, and I'm channeling all my energy to GMA-USA. What I say? So Don't TV itself, I don't know. Maybe Meton franchise now will be there. No, I support it from because I see my people are calling for ladies talk to come back. Like there has been a huge call because that was one of our prime time programs, ladies talk,
right.
And a lot of people are calling for it because it was a program that was receiving huge views. Lady Fee and then Judith and we have all these ladies coming to just on the show. It was a wonderful show. People are calling for it, and people are also calling for my show, Time with Dundee. And I don't know. No, that was one good program, but Charlie, that's why the 5th year has to be big. So our energy and attention is on the 5th year. The planning is high, and every week there's something to be done about GMA. You won't believe this. Right. Study from January till now. For sure.
Right,
every blessed week we are in the news for something. It's been tough, and the board chair I this time so China small they crack. So he's a perfectionist. He wants things to be done in a steady way. He has been part of a lot of our schemes, so he understands how our show operates. So he's guiding us on certain things that he need. We are blending the American style and then the Ghana style, and we are also letting him know in Yama be also non here because everybody have reasons of joining institutions. What they are here, and it has been a good collaboration and a good relationship with him so far. What they are saying. So it's like we are on our tour over here. This time we just don't post. I'm posting okay. We call your Instagram page, and so we are not just posting anything. We are posting real things. What they are saying.
No, me nyo mre bebre, mame body tougher ni nyina na yemfa dwumadi.
Topic back to
what does that list that?
According to 17 no. It was a Sebianaka. Really.
So no.
Okay, what
anyway, this was said in public. So let's. Let me say Obi make a statement be waha. The tia I said Capito Ebabe clarify.
Okay.
Since Capito clarified clarified.
But I also just want to add my voice. You see, these things we should be very careful when we say these things about event organizers. This particular thing. That was my major issue when it was being said. We should be very, very careful because maybe you may not be privy to a lot of things, a lot of informations. Maybe there has been lies that has been spoken about certain people, and you may think they are true. Or maybe you may be privy to certain situations, but there are reasons why certain things happen in the industry. What they are saying.
Right.
If you have an issue within the industry person concerning certain things, meet with the person and talk about it. Sometimes there are certain things which are very, very sensitive. Right. And I also say all the time, they say these things, but some of them are corporate of these things. Some of them are in the country because of some of these things. They know that. And I'm not talking about the brother who said this. Some people, their families are here because of some of these things. You understand? So when we are saying some of these things, we should just be mindful and very careful because not everybody does these things. Not everybody is into this thing. So we should just be mindful of the things we say when the microphone is open to us or when the camera is rolling on us. We should just be very mindful. That's the only thing I'll say about that. And you're very, very careful when it, because a very delicate topic, which has been hard and it's been hard. And but sometimes when we are talking about this topic, we are very careful.
Right.
People ask why is it a serious topic? Because the nitty-gritties of this thing, sometimes the event planners, their goal is not to do that too. But certain people get in there, they come in here, and then it turns into a different ball game. What they are saying. I don't want to go into details about that, but we should just be very mindful and very careful when we are making these submissions when it comes to that particular one. Now, Ghana Music Awards USA. I think this is our 5th year. So far, so good. I see people sending me messages say, be gentle, say that I always stay at time, I better now we line. So of course, please. I'm a gentle guy. I don't want to bomb this animal over. Sometimes the betterment of the industry is all that we want. And open the air, bre. And so I don't want people to feel say, I speak my mind, but sometimes we just have to exercise decorum. Respect. We have to definitely respect other people. Opinions about the things we do. When people have their opinions about you, doesn't make you what they are thinking, and doesn't make you their opinion. That's what they are thinking about you. It's in your head. But they say, Mutrim, and then she say, maybe they think that you're a bad person. Maybe you are not. So, the industry can only grow when there's love among us, when there's unity, when the small talks stops, when the backbiting, backstabbing stop. What they are saying. Sometimes, including me, including all of us, we say things we may not be aware of, say, in some malicious or whatever. Some people like that. They don't have filter. And then just say some of them are bad. Maybe culturally, they are not socially balanced. I say this all the time. They are not socially balanced. There are people who are not socially balanced. If I say socially balanced, I hope you know you understand what I mean by somebody not being social balanced. Yeah. And it's very difficult when see Obika Assembly or Ghana or you can't say I bond down from the I bond down for na street so Obia any bond different. You understand? We are all journeying this life with our own problems. What do I say?
Right.
So be now here, and you want the betterment of the thing that approach the person, have conversations with the person. Maybe what you are thinking is not what it is. What I say, it's not what it is. So what I may say, from now onwards, if we really want the industry to grow, one, let's go to each other's programs. Let's love each other. Let's respect each other. Let's show love to each other. That is what will grow the industry, and not all the plenty talks. That is what I would love to say.
Thank you, Don D, the CEO of Don Music Production, CEO of GMA-USA. Thank you for giving us this time. I know the conversation that we've had, the intention is not to provoke or to poke anybody, but the intention is to bring the industry together and build on something bigger than we are already doing. And I really appreciate you for your time. I mean, sure, you
said something the last time, and Obu baby, Obu Ben Bionaway.
Here.
They also in his chair, something about his chair, like.
Domini Sandy or son Takrache.
Takrache, okay. So, sometime I was say yes, as I say, in Kofobi Waha, maybe we are better my cat line. No, what I'm about to say.
You are still alive.
Cat, we can't be a cat line, right? So this is what I'm going to say. We need to understand, say, there are people who just are blessed with what they do. Period. There are people who are just blessed with what they do. If you do not understand them or you cannot do what they do, or you cannot like flow like the way they flow. It's two things: learn from them, join them, or pray for them, and hope for the best for yourself. Don't backstab or don't sabotage what they are doing. That is all I would say.
With that being said, that is Don D, CEO of Don Music Production, CEO of GMA-USA. My name is Kumasi Nyame, the man, the Siri, the God. These conversations are to propel us to build a better industry. And I thank you guys for listening to the conversation. Don D, mida se ode obre emame. Nyame shapa. Bye bye.
Nyame shapa. Better say for them. Bye.
Chevy and a producer, we had the production, Chevy. Bye bye.